Peace be unto me. Peace be unto my spirit. I am grateful to be alive. I am grateful to be here. I am grateful to be aware. I am bringing you something very special today. In my videos, I talk about my porn addiction recovery, how I went about 10 months living off my savings just to do research, apply my findings, go through the trial and error without having to think about having to go to work or having to engage with other people, because some of those days were very moody. They were very sad, very down. I had to cry. I stayed in bed for the whole day in some of those days. And I wrote all of my findings in journals and other pieces of loose writings. But today I'm going to read from one of my journals. But first, if you are new to my channel, subscribe. My commitment to you is to provide you with practical, useful insights and information from my work, my recovery work, so that you can go and change your own life. If you are ready, I am ready. So, I'm going to read an entry from 10/22/2016. That's exactly 3 years. I'm recording this video on the 24th, on October 24th. Actually, today is Thursday, October 24th. So that's 2 days over 3 years. So when I'm speaking, when I'm saying things, of course you do see that I know what I'm talking about, but I have the evidence to substantiate my claims, my words. Let's read. Fulfillment and joy. A man's fulfillment and joy are to be found in an intimate, at-one-ment or relationship with pure spirit, God, the universe, higher consciousness, and so on. A man is to develop a deep intimacy with God and with himself. He is to go deeply within his beingness and peruse, that is, look into, contemplate, search, meditate upon his very existence and being. A man is to relate to God and his incarnation as he wishes to relate to a woman. You see how the way you want to relate to a woman, that is to be close to her, to be intimate with her, to know the details of her life, to touch her, to have sex with her. This is actually a type of how you are to relate to God and to yourself. You are to have an intimacy with yourself. If you know anything about self-development, you already know most people have the worst relationship with themselves, and if they have one at all, because we are forever running from ourselves. This is one of the secrets of why porn is so prevalent, because men and women run away from themselves, from being alone at home, so they go fire up that computer and watch pornography and masturbate in search of a company. Usually it's unconscious, because if it were conscious, you wouldn't do it because you would be in control. You would know the principle. Your fulfillment and your joy can only come from a deep, intimate relationship with God. And I'm using the word God. You probably believe in the universe, higher consciousness, love, the great mind, the universal mind, whatever title to which you subscribe, it doesn't matter. The principle here is to have that deep, intimate relationship with the presence, with the energy behind of us all, that which has created us or has caused us to appear. And a man has to have that same level of relationship to himself. You see, when you have found your kingdom is when you start retaining your semen. And when you retain your semen, you will become spiritual. That is, you will start seeing the life behind this visible manifestation. You will begin to relate to the spirit more than you relate to the physical world. And you will begin to have that intimate relationship with pure spirit, with God, with the universe, with the presence, and with yourself. Like last night, I recorded 2 videos and I was on my way. I was getting ready to edit them and uploading them. And a sense of calmness came over me, and a sense of the need for me to just be still in the presence of God and with myself. Now, that's something I do all the time, but I'm saying when the Spirit urges you to do it, you are to know, okay, I'm being called home. Because as I call it, this is your home state. Your home state is a state of peace and calmness in the presence of the Almighty, in the presence of the All-Knowing, in the presence of the All-Seeing, in the presence of life, the great breath of life. That's your home state. You see, you may never find fulfillment and deep joy until you get to that place of developing that kind of relationship with God and with yourself. And the type, the typology for that is the way you seek to relate to a woman is the same way you are to relate to God and to yourself. You see, you are a person too. You are a being too. God, if I may say, is a being too. Being in a sense meaning the energy. There is a certain energetic presence. You are to spend time with yourself. You are to spend time communing with the presence. Just be still and be quiet and be present. The title of this section is called Being in Love. A man is in love because love is all there is. The universe is love. The presence is love. God is love. A man, therefore, is in love because a man is in the presence all the time. A man is in God all the time. So therefore, a man is always in love. So long he is breathing, he is in love. Be in love with God. Be in love with the universe. Be in love with self. Love is not something to be sought in a woman. Love is not something to be sought in a woman. Love is the state of being. Love is the man himself in God. A man is already in love with creation and with being. A man is already in love because he is. A man is already in love because he exists. He is in love with creation, with the universe, with God, and with himself. Just as I said about truth, fulfillment and joy, you cannot find fulfillment and joy unless you have a deep relationship with yourself and with God. Unless you also recognize that love is all that there is, and that the universe is love, the presence is love, you are love, and that you are in love, you will forever seek to be in love with a woman. You don't need to be in love with a woman. You already are in love with life. In fact, the only way you can love genuinely is by recognizing these truths. So long you have not recognized these eternal principles, you will forever operate in your ego and seek love from a woman. A woman is not a portrait of love. A woman is not in a display of love. She is a being in the universe. She is also in love in the universe. When she has found her love, which is her being in the universe, and when you have found your love, which is your being in the universe, and when the two of you come together, that will be a beautiful relationship, my friend. But see, there are few of those individuals out there, because every man is looking to be in love with a woman. He is looking to be loved by a woman, and she is looking to be loved by a man. As a man, your power resides in recognizing that you are in God, you are in the presence of love, and you are to develop a relationship with that and with yourself. The best relationship, the best investment, the best time spent, the best joy and fulfillment must always be with God, yourself, and with God. And then the results of that will be magnetism, enthusiasm, vision, clarity, power. You will become a pillar of power. You will become a pillar of strength. People will seek you. They will seek your advice. They will seek your opinion. They will want to be around you because they will know you are the light, the way, and the truth. Because now, unless you are connected to the Father, you cannot declare like Jesus declared, I am the way, the truth, and the life. You must found your home state, which is at peace in the presence of God and in your presence, in solitude, in meditation. Come home. I'm calling you to come back home because you were born home. This is your home, but your ego has clouded your vision and you can't see if you are already home. So you're seeking for a home. You're seeking for fulfillment. You're seeking for joy. You're seeking for love in all places outside of yourself, outside of God. Not outside of God per se, because everything is in God, but I'm saying outside of your recognition of the presence of God and the presence of love. Until, my friend, you come to this place, you will forever be aimless, shaky, ungrounded, unhappy, sad, disconnected. But I'm inviting you. If you hear the call, it was meant for you. If you're watching this video, this was meant for you. Answer the call. Today, take some time to meditate. Take some time to be present. Take some time to be present. That's the language of the angels. That's the language of the Spirit I just spoke. In the church, they call that speaking in tongues. It just comes out of you. It just pushes through you and your mouth just utter. And you have an understanding of what that was said. Because the universe is mysterious. On Semen retention, you will become a mystery, a mysterious man. A man who is in touch with God. A man who has found his home state, which is to become present with God. Subscribe. Namaste. Until next time.